Hey guys, just a quick one here today. I want to talk about depth charts and how you make up a lineup and how the lineups are determined in this league. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. If you don't put out a depth chart, I just use best ball to determine your rotation at each position. And best ball is based on gross season statistics. So this week, AJ Nardi's team is a good example. He did not make out a depth chart, and so therefore I just went by season gross statistics to determine his rotation. And at the point guard position, he might have wanted John Morant to be a starting point guard, but instead it was De'Aaron Fox, and that's because De'Aaron Fox hasn't had as many injuries or games he missed, so he has more season accumulated stats than John Morant does, and so therefore Fox was the starter. Now, when you make out a depth chart, just use this thread here on the screen. It says team lineups. You can use this thread to post your depth charts. That's what you should use. We'll go in here really quickly and I'll show you just what some people have done. This is a basic depth chart submitted by the Alberta Cowboys. It's just really to the point and stuff. Mine's a little prettier. I'm the only team that's done this. I use spreadsheets to make out my depth chart, and then I just copy and pasted the results here to the message board. But you can do it any way you want. You can go simple format. I mean, here's a really simple format. That's the Warriors. That's all you have to do. But here's the deal: you don't have to do it at every position. Like, let's say you want best ball, season accumulated stats. For the most part, you want best ball, but maybe at one particular position. Let's use AJ's team, the Denver Nuggets, as an example. Maybe he's good with best ball at all other positions, but at the point, he knows that John Morant is not going to be his number one point guard based on best ball because, again, best ball is based on season accumulated stats, not averages, season accumulated. And it's not per week. It's not the previous game period. No, it's the whole season. In this case, he could have just went in here, made a depth chart, and said just and John Morant and De'Aaron Fox, and that would have been fine. I would have known because I'm running the league. I'm the commissioner. I realized that he's talking about the point guard position, and he wants John Morant to start over Fox. He didn't list any other players on his depth chart, so therefore I know that the rest of his team is going to be determined based on season accumulated stats, best ball. So you don't have to rank every player like I do here, the Saints. Let's have a look at my team. See how I did it. I mean, I really went to town here. I changed the font. I changed the colors. I started with spreadsheets. I copied them and pasted them here. You don't have to do that, but I just did it because I can. I work with spreadsheets all the time running this league. So I just figured, what the hell. Here's how you can also change your lineup. Just on a side note, when you're in here, just go over here to edit. You don't have to just repost a new lineup every time you do a depth chart. Just hit edit right there, and then you can go in here and erase him, type in another guy. Maybe you want Luke Cornett to be the next guy this time, and then I would move over here and get rid of Cornett and put down Khalil Ware, you know, or whoever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can go through and do your edits not by making a whole new depth chart. You could just hit the edit button. Of course, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave my lineup the way it is until tomorrow when I decide who I really want my lineup to be. But again, you don't have to rank every player on your team at each position if you're doing a depth chart based with the message board. If you want your team to mostly be best ball, but there is one particular position like point guard for the Nuggets where John Morant has played less games than has De'Aaron Fox. So he's therefore going to have less accumulated points on the season. If you would rather have, Morant above Fox, then you would make out a depth chart and just say Morant first, Fox second, and you don't have to list any other players. I'll know that you mean best ball for the rest of your team, but at that particular position, point guard, you want Morant to be your main guy and you want Fox to be number two because per game, per minute, Morant is the better player. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you guys. If you have any questions, you know where to reach me, but that's all I've got today. Talk to you all later.